We used this material called plastic lumber, and it's actually made out of #2 plastic, which is your milk bottles and what else? Well, they make a lot of #2 plastic. And if you look at the bottom of the bottle, it'll tell you the little #2. And I believe #2 is HDPE, which is high density polyethylene. And so what they do is when they get that, when they recycle it, they reduce it to small particles. And then with that small particles, they heat compress them and they produce this, what they call plastic lumber. And it's that plastic lumber that we use to build these garden beds with. You can either use regular wood, but it's susceptible to termites and bugs and the elements. Plastic lumber, it lasts like a very long time. I'm actually part of this neighborhood of Glassall Park. They call it Drew Estara. And I work with the local at-risk youth here. Irving Middle School is right across the way. I teach a gang prevention class over there. I have an interest in the community, and the garden is a very big part of the community. And today they awarded the organization that I work for a plot. So now I'll be here doing my own gardening, raising some kind of fruits and vegetables. We'll see what kind. But I enjoy nature, and being out here, doing what I'm going to be doing, I'll be able to get some of the kids from the middle school and also some of the kids from around here that may be gang related to come in and do some gardening with me. And while we're doing the gardening, much like when I used to do murals back then, I'll use it as a little bit of an icebreaker to start talking about things and maybe change the kids a little bit. I don't think kids are eating better today than they were back in the days. I don't know, or I don't think we had the obesity problem that we have now, that we had back then. I think it's greater.
Why do you think that is?
I think kids eat a lot of junk food. I really do. I mean, I'm always looking at teenagers eating the chips and the junk food from the middle school where they're at over here. When they get off of school, they come over to the little market right across the street from it. And when they leave the little market, they don't leave with carrots, and they don't leave with an apple or an orange. They leave with junk. And after they finish their chips and whatever, they discard the papers on the floor or their candy. But no, they eat candy and chips and junk. In the 60s, they didn't exist. Community garden plots, they didn't exist, either in the schools or in the neighborhoods. If there was an empty piece of land in our part of town, we as kids, we just turned it into a playground. There'd be no formal playthings there, but that would be our playground. But as far as gardening, no, there was no conscientious thought about doing something like gardening with it. I think that if parents today pushed the vegetable and fruit issue more with the kids, more kids would eat it, but I don't think they do. I used to do a recycling program in the San Gabriel Valley, and one of the schools that I used to go to gave kids a small bag of carrots with their meal every single day. And when I would be taking recyclables out of the cans on this campus grounds, I used to find unopened, brand new little bags of carrots, already peeled and washed, baby carrots. They were always in the trash, always. Bags and bags of them. And since I had pet hamsters and pet rodents, I'd bring these bags to my pets and they would love it. So, the kids' trash was my rodents' treasure, but at the same time, I would tell the kids to eat their fruits and vegetables, but the kids would like, oh, so they weren't getting that at home. So.